Hello, everybody. This is Jacob from Wager Me This. I have, this is going to be episode 5 of 5. Sorry, I'm trying to situate the way I want it. We started with $4,000. We had our worst outing last episode. We're down to 2,526. So we have some ground to make up to get back to $4,000. And from there, we're going to try to get $1,000 in different chips. From there, we're going to try to get profit. All right, so let me trade this out. There's 4. All right, 600 and 400. Hello, Chad. All right, so we got our 10 shooters over here. All right, that's all we're going to go, 10 shooters. So we need to make it happen here. At least get our money back. And this test that I've ran here, I've noticed some things about this strategy that I definitely want to change and will change, and some ways I think we can make this more consistently profitable. I actually think that this overall, from a consistency standpoint, will be better than pretty much everything else. And there's a few little minor changes, and I'm not going to talk about them in this video. I'll have another set series to see if my minor changes are what I think they are. All right, so let's get to it. I'm going to start off shooting the dice with the 2-3-3-2. That's what we've been using this whole time. All right, here we go. Come out 7, okay. So this is one of the minor changes that I'm going to make, is something to do with the come out 7s. It's going to win $10. Here we go. And we got a 4. Our first point is 4, so that's a good one. We're going to drop a nickel. Get 200. If you're just tuning in the first time, obviously we're working. There's no reason to be off if you have a cover bet laying a cover bet that covers everything. There's zero reason to be off at that point. I'm just going to go with the inside here because we won 195 essentially, and we are only going to put 110 out there plus this, so it's 125, 195 to 125, and I'm going to shoot the 3V. Hopefully I can get a little action here going. And there's the 8, 6, 2, 8. So I'm going to specifically shoot the 3V instead of just pick them up. All right, and I'm going to be pretty aggressive with the pressing. But one of the things that I've thought about, it's blurry. It's not blurry on my end, so it's probably your resolution. And there's a 12. If you hit the little settings bar, you can change the resolution. The little settings thing icon. 538. All right, so that's 2 hits. So one of the things is I think you need to keep track of your hits very specifically. And go and make a specific attacks on things. So like you get 3 hits and then try to basically use that as your money. All right, so you make a second move and then a third move. All right, so there's the 9. That's a $49 9. We're going to drop $1 for 50. And I'll get into that in the next group, in the next segments. that I do. All right, here we go. And there's the 6. That's a good one for us. It's going to be 70. So I'm specifically shooting, and whether you believe in dice control or not, I'm specifically shooting at these numbers now instead of just picking the dice up and throwing them. I think that was one of the mistakes, that are easy changes to make. So when you do get on your free roll, be very deliberate, very specific in what you're trying to do, what numbers you're trying to hit. And there's the 5, so it's going to drop $1 for 50. I'm going to pick up the 10. I think it's time. And we got a long rollout 3. I hit the bottom little 45 part of the rubber. That's never good. Okay, here we go. And there's an 8. That's a $70 8. I'm going to put 25 in odds behind our 4. Yeah, I'm using the 3V specifically because you should hit inside numbers with it more often. And there's the 9. So it's going to drop $1 for 50. All right, so we've rolled really good so far, right? I'm going to regress. I know this sounds crazy, but the reason I'm going to regress is because we're trying to win our money back. All right, so I'm going to regress down to what would be the equivalent of like 96 across. In this case, it will end up being 96 across. So I'm going to put this back. And why am I doing that? Because what I've been doing in the other videos is I've been giving back too much of the money. After we have a 4 or 5 roll, I've ended up giving back too much of the money on the 7. And so it's cost us a little bit. And I think we can optimize that by regressing. All right, we're still playing. We're still playing for free. But we've racked up, you know, a couple $100. As opposed to only making 40. Oh, bad shot. It's a 516. It's a long rollout. And I think that's one of the things we weren't optimizing enough. $21 winner. And we're still going to press now, but we're going to just basically start from here. Still going to collect. And there's the 4. We hit our 4 finally. Nice. $15 winner. I'm just going to place it with that money. All right, we're going to be off on the come out. Yo. So all these come out winners, I usually just press them somewhere, no matter what strategy I'm playing. So that's kind of what I'm going to do here. And there's a 3, so we're going to lose that one. See, and I don't look at it like a loss there. And maybe that's maybe I don't look at that one right, but that's how I look at it. I feel like when you have a come out winner, you should press it, and the losers is just part of the game. Here's our 415. Put our $20 there. Yeah, I live in Searcy, which is right up the road, about an hour and a half. And there's the 10. So we're going to drop $1 and get 40. We're having a pretty good shot here. Oh, and there's our 7. When I got that 3, I was like, get the other one, but it didn't. That was still a pretty good shot. We saved a lot of our money by regressing. Obviously, we would have made some more, but I think in the end, we made the right choice there. All right. So remember, we had $2,526. So 15, 25. So we made 400. We made almost $500 on that shot. And so that's the big difference with just pressing. Oh, you're Perry County? Awesome. Yeah, I know where you're at. So that's a big difference, I think, in one of the big changes that needs to be made is that you do have to regress after every couple hits. It's gonna make you more profitable on average, not necessarily every time or on those big long rolls. Obviously, you're going to lose a little bit of what you would have made, but on the big long roll, you're going to be profitable either way. So again, I think the regression will help boost the overall profits within like 10 shooters. All right, so another thing, this is on the come out. One of the adjustments I'm going to make in the next Halo skill, one of the adjustments I'm going to make in these next set of videos I'm going to do with this strategy, with my adjustments, is I'm going to hop the 7s on the come out, as well as play it like this. And the reason being is because then when you roll a 7 on your come out rolls, instead of it just being a break even roll, it's going to be a 66 acrosser or something like that. It's going to give you a big chunk. No, that's 480 inside right there. And so that's going to help with that. Instead of them being dead rolls, you can use them just for a $15 hop. And so what it'll do is it'll limit to where you can, when you do roll the 6 and 8, since you only roll 105 minus 15, it's only going to leave you 90. So you're going to go 88 or 66. The hop in the 7s only helps on the 7. It doesn't hurt on anything else. You're just going to have to change the things you do after on your free rolls. So like on the 6 or 8, you'd have to go down to 66 or 88. The 4, 5, 9, and 10, the 4 or 5 and the 9, really, the $15 isn't going to make a big difference. Oh, we're random rolling here, right? Random roller. Random shooter. All right, so this could be the death of us. If we lose to random shooters, we just lose to random shooters. I really, there it is right there. The 10. First random roller rolls a 10. All right, so that's the first big change, is that you can't play this on random shooters. You just can't. You have to be able to manipulate the 10. Right. If you can't manipulate the 10, it won't work. So that's the biggest element. And there's an 8. So I have my doubts that I'm going to be able to catch up $4,000 now. But this is still a great example of, oops, that's still a 10, of what we're trying to show here. So we're going to finish it out. All right, so let's put out what we're going to put out. Let's go 110. Oh, we can't go 110. We only won 105, right? That's right. We only won 105. All right, here we go. random shooter. And a 12, okay. And aces, so it should have been on the iron cross. That'd have been 2 doubles. And a 7 out. All right, so that basically went as bad as it could have went. That one did. So again, this is leaning toward that it's not viable for randoms. Just the whole overall. Well, they're a random shooter if they're not playing the way you're playing. If they're going to throw against the 10 where they can get 10s, then yes, they might as well be considered as a random shooter because they're not doing what you want them to do. Now, if they're playing the same thing you're playing and they're trying to dodge the 10 also and they're practiced at it, then sure. I mean, they're just fine then, I would say. But if they're throwing, and even though they're a practice shooter, if they're doing things to limit the 10s, then they're just as detrimental as any. There's 105. And another thing I've thought about is that playing it as a single roll strategy sometimes. And by that, what I mean is one hit, collect it, wait that shooter out. So like if you did 5 shooters like that, you'd be up $500 if you were able to do them all. And there's the 6 right back. So these are all little adjustments that I think need to be made to make this correctly profitable and to where you're eliminating the randoms. Here we go. And there's the 5, okay. And the 7 out. Okay, so that's 2 shooters in, 3 shooters in. It's going to be our shot again. The random crushed us, like basically every other has. That's where most of our losses have come. So we definitely need to eliminate that. Hello, Mr. California. All right, my shot. I'm going to shoot the 3-2-2-3. Or 2-3-3-2, I mean. All right. Here we go. There's a come out 7, so that's the second time we hit a come out 7 on our shot, and we would have won $75 if we were hopping it. So that's one of the big adjustments I'm going to make, is there's always going to be a hop on that come out. That'll help with the 7 money. And there's our 9. It's going to win 140. There. Okay. I'm going to leave this out here. I don't usually put a lot of info out. I need to do that, and I said I would do that, but I just haven't done those reminders and stuff like other channels. Right? There's aces, and I need to start doing that. $30 winner. Here we go. And there's the 5. Okay, so that's going to win 42 minus 15. All right. And there's the 8, okay? So that's going to be 49 minus 15. So this is 49 total. All right, let's put 20 down. I did lose all the bets. It was covered by a lay bet. I'll show you on the next shooter. And there's the 8. All right, so that's a 49 other winner minus 20. 29. And there's the 9. Okay, cool. Okay, here we go. Well, this is a come out roll. I'm going to be off, and I'm just going to let the come out roll go. And then we'll go back to the iron cross after that. Oh, there's a 3. I guess we should have left that out there, huh? Here we go. Aces. Oh, that's what I get for taking that horn down. I mean, that field down, huh? We're going to roll all these. Appreciate you. Here we go. And there's an 8. Okay, so we finally made a point there for getting beat up on some come-outs. Boy, we're getting beat up on a lot of come-outs lately. I'm going to go to 90 here. We go to 75 here. I know this seems like it's a lot, but it should be okay. 25 there, 3V. There's the 7. Oh, that's what I get for getting aggressive. So I believe we probably ended up not winning anything there because I got too aggressive right there. Yeah, when you watch live at home craps. All right. Oops. But so I really believe that my next segments coming out of this similar thing will be far more effective. All right, coming out. And there's the 8 for 105. All right, so what I was going to explain before. Okay, so on the come out roll, I have 480 across working, and I have $1,000 lay bet. So this pays 500 minus 25. So that's 475 minus 480 is -5. But I also have a pass line which pays 15. So overall, that's a $10 win. After everything's said and done, I just leave it up so I don't have to re-rack it all the time. So whoever that was asking about that, that's the reasoning. All right, here we go. I know I don't have no odds on my 8. Hopefully we'll get them right here. And there's the 10. That'll work. This was supposed to be random, right? Sorry. And there's a 7. Okay. I believe this one is my shot now. And I could be wrong. I could have that messed up. All right, here we go. And there's the hard 4. I probably got my randoms and everything all mixed up. Hard 4. Drop $5 and get 200. All right, here we go. Going to be a little more aggressive here. There's the 4 right back. Not exactly what we were looking for. All right, we'll be off on the come out. Six, 5, and a 1. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put 30 of this in odds. I'm going to take and put 30 of it right there. Here we go. 628. That's going to be a $70 winner. It's good. We need to get some hits in. Take that to 50. Take that to 50. Here we go. There's the 6. That's the point. It's going to win 15 and 60. Take that, put that right back there. Wreck all this. All right, off on the come out. Here we go. Hard 6. Okay, so we're crushing. Put that 50 back there. Anytime you're throwing the free 3D and you roll hard 6s, that's a good job. There's the 10. Okay, so that's a miss because we don't have that. We'll try to spread out on our next hit. And there's a 5. That's $70. Rack 20. 3V. See if we can get a few more in. And there's there's that 6. We're killing the 6. It's going 60 on the odds. Okay. Put that back. All right, we're off on the come out. Four, 2, 6. Boy, are we on that 6 or what? Here we go. And there's the 8, hard 8, $70 winner. Normally I don't press the number I hit. I usually don't do that. And that is just my opinion on how dice work. I look at dice, every time you roll that number, it's less likely you're going to roll it again. Obviously, you have streaks, like we're on a streak for the 6. But I would say that overall, if you looked at a million dice rolls, you're going to see less of that and more of it hitting other numbers before it comes back to that number. So that's why I do that. All right, so that's 70 and 7, $77. And that's personal preference. If you think it's the other way, that's great too. Both ways are as right as the other. I mean, because there's evidence for both sides for sure. No, dice have no memory, but probability and law of averages is real. So it's improbable that you're going to keep rolling the same number. And there's the 5 for $105. I wasn't saying you were. I was just making myself clear because you asked why I do it. And so I was just explaining why it is that I do that. And there's the 4. So we're going to drop $2 for 100. This is the best roll we've had, I believe, in a long time. All right, I need to press some money. I'm going to press that. Four, 2, 6. Good job. That's going to win 90 in the odds. Okay, we'll be off on the come out. If you just rolled like this all the time, you don't ever have nothing to worry about. Four, 3, 7. It's a good time to see a 7. It's an excellent time to see a 7. I'm actually going to put that in the field. Here we go. There's the 4. The law of large numbers is my porn name. Oh, that's what I get. that was still effective, very effective run there. We definitely made money. I did get too cocky, you're right. We were definitely way past the point we should have regressed, that's for sure. But I made a couple black chips there. That's the first time I've done that in a while, so that was nice. All right, here we go, random shooter. And the 8, okay. $105. I'm gonna let this one go twice, and this is obviously not advisable, but I'm gonna let it roll twice. And there's a 12. So now I'm gonna let it roll 3 times. I'm gonna let it roll for 2 hits. Hopefully I don't cut my own throat here. And there's the 7. So this 7, since this is no longer a winner, I'm actually gonna owe $5. All right, so because this pays 500, and so after a vig it's 475, and that's 480. So essentially I lose $5 on that deal. All right, next random shooter. We actually made $100 on the shooter, so that was nice. And there's the 6, 5-1. It's also going to be 105. I'm going to let this one go twice as well. Here we go. And again, I could be cutting my throat here. 12. This is exactly what happened last time. But drastic times call for drastic measures. Oh, we got it twice. Awesome. 426. Okay. So we're going to win our 15 there. We're going to win 105. All right, so now we've won twice. On this one, as opposed to once. So when we pull down, and this is still the same shooter, but now we have $200 essentially in free roll for this shooter. All right, so I'm just going to come out here, and after that, I'll put some money down. And there's the 10. Good thing we didn't try for 3. Remember, we won twice, so we're good there. We won 210. And there's a 3, okay. And there's the 8, $35. And there's the 6. That's going to be another $35. And there's the 6 again. That's going to be another $35. And there's the 9. So it's going to be a $42 winner. The dice are being a lot nicer besides that 110. Other than that, they're actually being very friendly to us, which is comforting since they destroyed us earlier today. And there's the 10 point. 15 and 30 in odds, okay. Rack this up. All right, we'll be off on this come out. And there's the 10 again. All right. Random is just too volatile. And the 7 out. Weird, I kind of felt that. Was going to be an out. That was a long roll for random, though. It definitely beat the average. All right, here we go. I think this is another random shooter because there's 2 chips left. So we'll do these 2, and I'll do the last one. Or we'll do this one, and I'll do the last one. Here we go. Hopefully that little string of 10s is out of our system. And there's a 6. The string of 6s is definitely not out of our system. 105. All right, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it one more roll. Yo! That was scary. And we got the 9, so that's 140. So we've won 245 on this shooter. All right, we're going to pull down now. We're not going to go to the well no more. All right. We got 245 to work with. I'm going to play inside heavy. I'm not going to do nothing on the 6, even though it's been super hot. And there's the 7 out. Dang it. Well, good thing we went for 2 shooters, or 2 winners. All right, final shot. It's going to be me trying to control the dice. All right. Two, 3, 3, 2. Here we go. See if we can make it happen. Oh, we need our caps. If I don't put them caps on, the cap police will get me. Here we go. 12. That's definitely not what we want. We don't want to see 6s at all, really. Press every other hit. If you half press, it's actually more profitable. It still works out to essentially the same amount of money, but if you half pressing is more profitable than every other hit. And there's the 7. $10. Now, the one thing every other hit does for you is that you collect in the middle. So if it goes short, you're going to have a collection. But overall, in a long roll, the half press works better than the every other. It's 140. All right, so just before I finish this shot out, I'm going to kind of calculate where I'm at. 1,000 in blue. So we're at 2,000, 2,500, 26, 27, 28, 29, 3,000. So we've actually made some money on this run. Even after rolling one come out 10. Oh, no, you didn't. Ah, 0.7. Dang it. All right, so well, if it goes past 4 hits, it starts showing. So it obviously depends on if you hit the same number 4 times. Obviously, the half press is going to do better because you pressed it 4 times. But just overall, you can calculate it out yourself. You can see that half pressing the money out there works better. All right, so let's see where we ended up after 50 shooters. Okay, so that's 2,000, 25, 27, 28. Dang, I lost money? I did something wrong there. I shouldn't have lost money, so I put something in the wrong spot or something. Or I miscounted a minute ago. Let's get 15. Okay. Okay, so trade this in for 100. So 1,000, 2,000, 2,900, 2,974. 2974, that's better than 2526 that we started the session. So we actually did good on this session. So this won 3 sessions and lost 2 sessions. The one session that lost was the big problem, and it was the random rolls. We had a back-to-back 10s on a random roller. So that was $2,000 right there. So that's a big issue with this. Big issue is playing on every shooter. It's not viable from this example, and I just think overall it's not really viable. But I believe that out of all of it, I threw 2 come-outs where I actually rolled a 10 myself. I think there was 2 of them. I know there was one for sure, but I think there was a second one. Because one video I actually threw 3 10s. So one video had a $3,000 loss in it, and we still ended up only down $1,000. Yeah, absolutely, Malcolm. I've talked about that many times on my channel. All right, so I'm just going to give a quick example of where I think that this strategy needs to go. So I'm going to get the $4,000 back out, and I'm going to do a quick example of what I think the changes need to be made to make this consistently profitable. All right, so obviously you only play it when you're shooting the dice. That's the first step. All right. Second step is when you put the same amount of money out, it's all the same amount of money, except for you also hop the 7s. All right. So now if you roll a bunch of horn numbers, thank you, buddy. If you roll a bunch of horn numbers, you're still just going to lose. You're going to lose $30 a pop on a bunch of horn numbers. Unless it's an 11, then you're just going to break even. But so that sucks. You're not getting around the horn numbers. All right. But if you hop these 7s for $5 a piece, what that allows you to do is that this overall plus this is a $10 winner. All right. So the two $5 chips you'd lose, so you're going to win 75 total on a come out 7 if you do this. All right. You're going to win 75 total, which gives you the opportunity to play 66, which is nice. Okay, so if you roll any, the 5 or the 9, 4, 5 or the 9, if you roll this $15 is no big deal. The 6 and 8, it is a big deal because you only win 105. So when you subtract 15, now you've only won 90. So you can choose 88 or 66 there. I would choose 66 because you want to make something on that roll. All right, so that's where we're going with this. All right, so I'm going to roll it out. I'm only going to do 5 of my own shots. All right, 5 personal shots here, shooters all the way through, because there's some stuff in gameplay that I think we need to change. All right, so 2, 3, 3, 2. And I'm going to run through this. All right, here we go. Thank you guys for all the support, by the way. I appreciate you guys a lot. And there's the 5. Okay. So yeah, we do lose this $15. Not a big deal because we just made 140. All right. 140 is plenty good. You rack this. All right, so the next thing I think you should do is you should stay. I have considered that. That's actually a really good idea. I totally agree with that. I was going to get to that as kind of a secondary option that you could also use to make more money. All right, you're absolutely right. All right, so we lost 15, so we don't get to count this. We're going to put that back. So we have 125 to use. All right, what we're going to do here, well, it's really not even 125 because you have to count this against it. So let's just say we have 100, all right, which is fine. From this point, I think we should stay very consistent with 88 inside. I think that's what we should do every time is play 88 inside. Now, obviously on this 5, it's $15. So if you have the 5, 6, 7, or 8 as your point, or the 9, you're gonna make a little adjustment there. All right, so 88, remember we won essentially $100, essentially what we won. And you could throw this 6 back here, that's fine in odds. That way it's like 88. All right, and then you shoot it out. Then you shoot it out however it is you like to try to avoid the 7, whatever the case may be there, random, whatever. And you half press from here. But you half press for 3 rolls. 3 rolls half press. All right, so there's $28 winner on that 9. 3 rolls in the half press. Take this to 10. And take this to 30. All right, that's roughly, it's a little over half, but it's close to half. You do it for 3 rolls. I'm going to make this look right. And then after 3 rolls of half pressing, I believe then you should either A, run a don't through. That way you have a way to mitigate the 7 as you go. Or you play a come progression, or you do something to mitigate that 7. Because you're still playing against the 7 at that point, and this should help you maintain profit. All right, there's a $28 winner on that 6. This should help you maintain your profit. All right, so that's 2 wins. I'm going to take that one to 30 as well. Make that 16, and we'll collect the rest of that. All right, so this is a quarter. I'm going to make it look right because this is easier for you guys to see. Obviously, you don't necessarily know what's in that big stack. All right, so now after 2 rolls, we're essentially at the 110 level, essentially. All right, after 2 hits. We're looking for 1 more hit, but we've actually collected basically what we've won on the first roll. And that's why being a little more conservative with the pressing at first matters. When you're going to use it as free roll. All right, there's 1, 2, 3. There's a 5. Okay, so we hit our point. So that's going to be our 3rd hit. All right, we have 16. It's going to win 16 and 8. All right. Let's take that up to a quarter. All right, so at this point, you've managed to build your box up to 110, which is more than you won. All right. But in my opinion, you should go to this side now. You should jump over here. And I get you could roll a 7 here, and that's absolutely real. But I do think, you know, you're at the 5th roll or the 6th roll by this point. So you should be looking to take advantage of the other side of the board. All right, so you rolled your 8. It's a really simple step. You just put that right on top of it. All right, now you're catching it from both sides, still making a lot of profit. Obviously, you don't want to roll the 8. That could be detrimental to your profit a little bit. But this is allowing you... Oh, I put that up there. Sorry, it's supposed to be down here. This is allowing you to play the 7 as well. And this is my opinion. You obviously don't have to do this. And there's the 7 right there. So it worked out in this case. It's not always going to work that. Sometimes you're going to smack that 8. All right, but in this case, it did work out. All right, so there's 25 for the odds bet, and I need 15 for the flat. All right, so that's my shot number 1. All right, so let's see how much we made on that shot. Overall, we did okay. So there's that right there is essentially our initial bankroll. So we made 175, 80. We made $185. All right. So that's pretty good. Pretty good. Next shot, we're going to start the process over. There's our hops. Start our process over. Obviously, we're not going to roll a 10 if we can help it. That's the goal. That's really the main thing. If you'll never roll a 10 on the come out, it doesn't matter what you do. If you can guarantee you'll never roll a 10 out, if you'll never do it, thank you, don't, doctor. You'll never, it doesn't matter at that point. But obviously you're going to roll them sometimes. We've proven that. And there's the 5, perfect. $140. We're going to lose here. Start over. Remember, this is like it's only our shot. So I'm going to be trying to control the dice the whole time. Remember, we got to put this 15 back. It don't count because we lost it on the hops. But those hops are protecting us on that 7. All right, now we're going to go to our 88. I actually don't think the Iron Cross is the best option. For a while I did, but I actually think 88 inside makes more sense. All right, so this is essentially like 88. Remember, we won 140 minus 15, 125. So now we have 88. So no matter what, we won on this shooter, no matter what happens. Now we're looking for 3 press hits. Oh, terrible shot. Long rollout 9. Yeah, you, and that may be right. Like overall, the money on that may work out better, 5s. I'm not sure. I obviously haven't checked it out, but you're probably right because that's. I don't know because you'd have to calculate the times they're going to hit the 4 too, and that counts as that's $200 a pop. So I don't know. Well, I'll have to look into that one. All right, half press both of them. Here we go. And there's the 8. But you're right. So on every other roll, you are losing the $15. So that adds up pretty quick. So you're probably right. Leaving the 4 off is probably the better option. 35. I'm going to take this to 16. So that's hit number 2. And there's the 8, perfect. $35 winner. That's going to let us run through the don't. I'm going to put the quarter through the don't. Okay, there is that. You're right about that. Oh, that's worst case scenario on my little move there. You roll the 7 on that roll. But still profitable on that roll no matter what, because we were in the profit from the beginning, so it didn't matter. All right. Next shot. So biggest key, obviously, like anything where you have a big lay bet, is don't roll the lay bet. That's the biggest key. Hello, Bird Dog. Biggest key. So Bird Dog, everybody in here has been giving me a lot of compliments. I expect a compliment from you as soon as possible, sir. I'm just joking. All right, so let's see if we can do it again. Oh, we don't want the 3V. Trying to kill myself. 2, 3, 3, 2. Oh, hey, we about messed up. We need our hoppers. Boy, I would have not hopped, and that's when I would have rolled the 7. Oh, there's a 3. Damn horns. So I actually, now that I'm seeing this, 5s is right, because if you add in the horn bets, that's going to lose $30 a pop. I can definitely see a problem there. You're right about that 5s. It's probably better to take that off, or even just reduce it. You know, you could easily reduce it to 50, and you're still getting, you know, a 98 across or something. You know, or a 96 across, I mean. All right, here we go. A 4. Okay, so right now you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong, because we just rolled a 4. You're never right again. I'm just joking. I do think with the horns added in, it's a better play, because you're not going to take it all the way off the board. You're just going to change it. All right, drop a $5 chip, and we're going to get 200. But yeah, I do agree. I think you're absolutely right. You lower that, it makes the 7 valuable. It's a great, great, great observation. You could actually lower them all down to where they win 105, and you could make the 7 really valuable. All right, so this is where it gets a little tricky, because even though you go 88 inside, you got to remember this counts too. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull down one of them, because I want to stick to that 88 number, or really close to it, because I think at this point, without making the change on the other numbers, you want to make money on that first roll no matter what. You want it to be valuable. And there's the 4 right back. This is going to win $15. It's just kind of a lucky thing there. All right, but now we can go 88 normal. We'll be off on this come out. Here we go. And there's the 10. All right, so we got a little bonus there. We got a bonus number on this roll. Still haven't rolled a winner yet. Here we go. That's a 5. It almost rolled off my table. So the end of my table is open. So if it rolls 7 feet, it'll go off my table. $28 winner. That's an over half press. The only reason I did that is because we won on that 4. So it's kind of 2 presses in one. There's the 12. So again, I'm rolling out 5 shots, 5 personal shots. These would be your personal shots. Oh, there's the ugly number. So we didn't even actually get one hit. Not actually. I mean, oh wait, we did. We rolled the 5, right? So we only got 1 hit. So that's pretty amazing to only get 1 hit. That's why you got to make that first 7 valuable. All right, so we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to cut the 4 down to 75 instead of play the hops this time. Instead of play the hops, I'm going to cut the 4 down to 75 because that will essentially give us an extra quarter on the 7. And you could go lower than that, but that's what I'm going to do this time. And I need a pass line bit. All right, 2, 3, 3, 2. Here we go. Coming out. And there's the 8. So this saves you on that 8, or that 6 or that 8. You're still going to win 105 instead of only winning 90, which is a good deal. That's a big deal. That's a big deal in the mechanics of how this works. We get 50 in reds. Okay. Here we go. We're looking for 3 hits. We got the 8 right back. Okay. 15 and 6. Okay. We'll be off on this come out. Oh, come out 7. That's what we like. When we're winners on it, we like that. We're going to rack that one. I want to establish a point first, and we'll figure out what to do with that come out money. Here we go. And we got a 9. Perfect. I'll stick that back there. So we can use that come out essentially as this, so it's still basically the same thing. Here we go. Let's try to get some hits. Try to get some winners. 5, there we go. There we go, 325. 28 bucks. Real half press this time. I'm going to pull them down, turn them into 30. That's 1 hit. There's a yo. All in the field tournament style. I'm about to fix that when I start a tournament. Hopefully I can get one of these casinos to buy in. I'm going to change tournament format. That's a terrible format. And there's the 9. It's a terrible format. $30. It's 20 is going to win 30. So that was hit number 2. Fake half press. Yeah. All right, here we go. We need another hit, but we'll be off on this come out. And there's the 8. That's a really good shot. Put that right back there. Looking for one more hit. Then we're going to try to get us a don't established. Or we could just do a lay. That lay would work. And there's the 8. Dang, we're banging numbers. All right, and that's going to win 36 on 30. Taken. We're going to make a $40 don't out of this. All right, off on the come out. We're looking for a don't number. If we roll a 7 here or a loser, we'll go back to the pass line. And there's the 4, so that couldn't have worked out any better. All right, so we got 40, covering some of that up there. What we'll do now at this point is as I hit, I'll use that money to press these odds, is my plan. That way, hopefully, I end up winning on the 7. All right, there's $42 winner. And I think that playing in this fashion is going to be overall more profitable than just hammering, because you are going to be able to have those opportunities. And I'm not saying you should never press up there. What I'm saying is that you should also press here. All right, so we got 20. And there's the 7. Okay, perfect. That wasn't a long roll. It wasn't a short roll. It was a very average roll. Okay, so we're going to win 40 plus 10. So that's 50. One hit can't miss until it does. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. So far, we're defeating that notion on our own. Now, purely random, I am not defeating it, not even close. But on my personal shots, I am. All right, we're going to use the $75 4 again. All right, so this is the last shot I'm going to do of this. Obviously, if I roll anything but a 10 here, yes, it's a Denver Broncos jersey, sir. I am a Denver Broncos fan. I bleed blue and orange. All right, here we go. There's the 8, 5, 3, 8. I actually have a video where I do that. It's called the Come Don't Come Recycler. I actually have a video like that. I don't know if I do it for 6 rolls, though. That's an older video. Arkansas polo shirt. Here we go. What a terrible shot. 5, 3, 8. I got lucky. I guess they're all lucky. All right, off on the come out. Hard 4. All right. I'm going to leave that 8 off because I don't really have it paid for. So I need a winner. There's the 6. We'll take it. That's a $35 winner because that's a $30 6. Let's fix this first. Now we'll get 35. All right. Appreciate that. Here we go. Oh, we got the 5. And we got a quarter on it. So it's going to win 35. That's going to be winner number 2. Okay, let's turn this into 30. All right, we're looking for one more winner. Then we're going to get us a don't bet out there. And again, this isn't as fast as the other way, but guys, if you go on a long roll, you're going to make money on it either way. So this way helps you mitigate on the short roll. $35. All right. I'm going to press both of them like that. I'm going to throw this through the don't. Here we go. 5. All right. It's going to travel behind our 5. And we are going to win $49. So we're going to drop this one little dollar, get 50. I'm going to take and put this right here on odds. Here we go. And there's a hard 10. We don't have nothing to do with the 10. And there's the 8. That's going to be a $35 8. Oops. 35 bucks. Let's just make that. And there's that 6 for 70. This is what I mean by you'll be there for the long roll anyway. Add $15 to that. Here we go. And there's our 7 out. Okay. So we don't just lose here. We recoup some of our profits right up here. So what we got in odds is 45. 45 is going to win 30, so it's 25 and 30. And that were some of the tweaks. And thank you, 5s, for pointing out the way to tweak the 4. So I like those tweaks. I think they help make it more profitable and make it less risky. Because if you're just going to bang it out for every shooter, you got to get lucky on the random, guys. You just have to get lucky. And I don't like to play with luck. I'm going to trade this in. Trade both of these in for 500s. And trade this in for a 100. $200. So we did good. In 5 shooters, we did excellent. All right, so we have our 4,000 right there. $815 in 5 shooters. by trusting that we can miss the 10, trusting that we can miss it. So the rest of it is just semantics. It's how you want to play it. Yeah, you better make money on a 10 roller. You're absolutely right. You better make some cash. You're absolutely right about that. But anyway, so these are some of the tweaks that I think have to be made to make this profitable. I don't think you can just go at it blindly. I think it'll beat you. We showed that, actually. We showed it because 2/3 of our shot were just going at it blindly because we had 2 randoms between every shot of ours, and the randoms destroyed us in 50 shooters. So if we would have never had any randoms, we probably would have been up about $2,000. So again, that's the main tweak, is you just got to be confident in what you're doing. And guys, you don't have to use the 10 or the 4. If you're good at missing any number, it's fine. You can adjust it for these other ones. If you're going to take the risk and lay those other ones, it'll work. You just have to. And that's the one big thing is that's a huge part of it. You have to be able to trust yourself on that. If you don't try it, guys. Don't try it if you're not confident. It's just not. Don't throw your money at it. That's the honest truth there, because guys, I've put a lot of effort into missing the 10. I practice it. It's not like I just randomly jumped up here and was able to do it. I have probably 100 videos on it. So. And I've had some really bad runs. So, I mean, obviously, it may just be a confidence thing. It may have nothing to do with mechanics. It just may be confidence. So I don't know, but I do well at missing it. I actually do well at my numbers and everything that I've kept track of say I do. Yeah, absolutely. And you got to trust what you're doing, guys. Don't play scared. Don't play. You have to be confident when you're playing. You just have to be. Yeah, I mean, you have to trust yourself. And guys, when you practice, something that Fives is kind of bringing up there. Thank you, Bird Dog. Something that Fives is kind of bringing up there is be honest with yourself in your practice. Don't fake practice. And fake practice is like, where you roll and you have a good roll and then you have a bad roll, but you don't count it. You only remember the good roll, or, you roll 15 times and you had one great roll and 5 terrible ones and then a bunch of average ones. Be honest with yourself. See, I had 5 terrible rolls, so I'm not very good at this dice control thing, or this strategy isn't working. Obviously, guys, so one of the things is if you're rolling out your own strategies and you keep losing with them, there's probably a reason that you're losing with your own strategies if you're rolling them out and they keep losing. It's probably the math don't work. And absolutely. And that's another thing. Fives is bringing it up there. If you're not confident in anything, guys, play the 7. That's coming. You absolutely are 100% sure that the 7 is coming. There's no doubt about it. You know it. I know it. Everyone knows it. All right, so play that. Play that way. What's up, buddy? So, again, if you're not going to put the time and effort into trying to control a number or whatever that may be, or you just don't have that confidence, it's simple. Go the other direction. Play the 7. Yeah, when they inspect the dice, yeah, I've seen them do that a bunch. Yeah, that's awesome, buddy. That's really good, Bird Dog. I mean, and guys, there's a lot of video out there from these guys that go to Colorado, like Bird Dog and Rick and Jeremy and stuff. And you'll see the guys that just hammer away usually lose. The guys that are playing, with strategy, they don't usually lose. I'm not saying they don't end up a little bit down, but they're still at the table. So, guys, there's a lot to strategy. I mean, it matters. You should have a plan, and that's not a joke. And you shouldn't always just go for it. You should have some control. Yeah, you got to be disciplined. You have to. And Bird Dogs is preaching the truth right here. You have to be disciplined, guys. You have to. You literally could play one number all week And if you're disciplined and you leave every time it wins, you leave every time you're up, you're probably going to end up if you keep leaving when you're up. So there's a lot of discipline involved and it's not just craps, it's all gambling. If you're disciplined, you're going to probably make money. You're watching on 2 devices. I appreciate that. But anyways, so, and this was a very short roll. Yeah, it's in May 1st, Colorado's changing their limits, May 1st. At least that's what it says. But yeah, so this is a very short example. But 5, I could have done 10 or 20. I'm eventually going to roll a 10 on a come out. It's going to happen sometime, but I'm going to defeat that average. And so, again, guys, that's a lot of practice involved in that. That's not just me saying, hey, do this and it's going to work. It's me saying, hey, do this if you practice and it's going to work. All right. So I put a lot of effort into this, guys. It's not overnight. But these strategies that I'm putting out, these bigger strategies, I'm putting them out for a reason. They are, how should I put it? A lead up to something that I'm going to be doing in the future. They're a lead up to it. So I'm not going to bring up any more than that. It's just kind of like a little teaser, but it's a lead up to something that I'm going to be doing in the future, hopefully by summertime. Oh, that's really cool. They don't lose if the easy shows, but they pay 5-1. That is a great, great play. Actually, if they don't lose with the easy, so you're playing on the 6 and 8, you're playing like a place bet, but you get 5-1 because it's still going to be 6-5 essentially. So it's like an even bet. You're getting 5-1, you're losing 20%. Yeah, it's like an even bet. I don't know. I like it. You could win twice if you have a place bet. Yeah, it's a prop bet, basically. Yeah. But yeah, you win twice. You play the 6 and 8 and the 4 and 10 and that, so you could go 30 and 5. Yeah, but it pays 5-1. So you're still only betting 1 unit, but winning 5. So it's essentially like placing it. It's 6-5. But if you played them together, and it doesn't lose when the other ones roll, that's pretty cool. I like that. I've always thought there should be a hard way ATS bonus bet. Like if you hit all the hard ways, but like a fire bet. So if you hit 3 of the hard ways, it pays this much. If you hit 4 of the hard ways, it pays this much. Yeah, I wouldn't do it like that, Seb. I would play like 30 on the 6 and 8 and 5 on that if they would let you. I've never seen a table with that. So besides in those videos. Do you have to make like a table minimum bet on it? Because if you do, that does change it. if you can't play it like a prop bet. And so if you had to put 15 on it as well, it does. It changes it. The effectiveness of it. Yeah, I mean, I've never seen it either. It's a so it's like a prop bet. That's awesome. That actually makes it valuable then, because if it's only $1, you can look at it as just like VIG or whatever, but it pays. So it doesn't really factor too much into the. So I'll just show it. It'll be easier. All right. So let's say you played a $30 six, and you had a $5 hard way. Right? Right, so you're going to win. Let's do the losses first. Okay, so you're going to lose 6 times. All right, but when you win, you're going to win 5. But you're going to win 5 there. So that's 5 quarters. Oh, sorry. No, it's 1. My bad. 1 quarter. 1 quarter. Because it's going to be 1. And this is going to be 4. That's my bad. Sorry. I'm getting it under control now. So it's going to be 4 and 1. All right. Remember, those don't count. All right, so it's going to be 4 normal winners and then 1 winner like this. All right, so let's see what we won and lost. So we lost $210 total. So it's pretty expensive. Pretty expensive. $150, $170. Yeah, that's pretty expensive. So doing it at $5 is, we're actually really doing it at any level is not great. Nope, I'm wrong. No, I'm wrong. Because you would win both bets. So it is 5. Because you would win both of those bets. So you're going to win on every 6. But you're going to win twice on the hard way. So this is actually what it is. So it's actually not as bad as I thought. It's actually good. 150, 200. It's only a $5 loser overall. So it's only a $5 loser overall. By doing it 6 to 5, what the natural of the 6 is. You're going to lose 6 to win and win 5. So it actually helps. It actually really helps with the edge if you do it every time, if you're a house edge guy. Because that cuts down to just, actually it's the exact same. Never mind, it's actually the exact same as just placing it. Because if you just place it, you lose 6 times. And you win 5 times. And this should come out to a $5 difference. $155. Did I do something wrong? Yeah, that's not 6 losses. Okay. So that's 180. 150, 175. So if you play it, it's the exact same as just placing the bet from a house edge standpoint. If you play it at like a 30-to-5 ratio, but I think it's probably any ratio is the same. So but it's not 20%. I just showed it. I just showed what the house edge is. It's only $5 difference. It's just like playing the 6 and 8. If you play the place bet with it. Now, if you don't play the place bet with it and you just play it, it probably doesn't work out very good. Now, actually, it still works out the same because you're going to lose 6 and win once. So you're going to lose. So even if you only played it for $5, all right, $5 bet on it, you're going to lose 6 of them, which is 30, and you're going to win 1, which is 25. It's still the same thing. So it's still $5 difference. No matter how, it's going to be a $5. It's just like playing the 6 and 8 from a normal place standpoint. But it is kind of a little bonus. If you do hit a couple of them, you're going to obviously, it's going to be an advantage. So if you see that bet, in my opinion, you should actually play it. It's just like placing the 6 and 8. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because Bird Dog, as far as I can tell, it's the exact same as playing the 6 and 8 place. So, I mean, if you're willing to play the 6 and 8, you might as well be willing to play that. So, from a win-loss standpoint. But, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, hard ways are tricky. Sometimes it seems like they roll every other roll, and then sometimes it seems like you never see them. You know, they're only 1 out of 36 chance no matter which hard way you put out there. It's all the same. So they're a tricky bet. Though I do think they're really good supplemental bets. Yeah, and if it's not part of what you're doing, absolutely don't do it. Because, man, hard ways are tricky, guys. It seems like, you know, when they hit, they're great. And when they don't, God, they take a lot. See you, Seb. Thank you guys for everything. I'm going to go. This has been an hour and a half long. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all the likes. That's a lot of likes. That really helps. Appreciate that. And you guys have a great day. I'm going to go into some other stuff. Dang, Larry. I did make a little money in this session. I didn't get back to 4,000. I did have a 10 that rolled and still, but we had one really good roll where we were even making black chips. Yeah, it's only good if you play the place bet with it. If you don't play the place bet with it by itself, it's not great. And then I went into some of the change. Larry, I'm talking to Larry now, guys. I went into some of the changes that I think need to be made to the strategy, and I rolled out 5 shooters, and I ended up $800 up or something. Thank you, Duracell. I ended up like 800. So by only shooting from a controlled standpoint. Yeah, I really think you should stay away from the randoms on it. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. Sorry if you just showed up, but it's been an hour and a half, and I need to go, check on the fam. And I'm having a little bit of Larry's gift. Larry gave me a lot of gifts, but this is one of them. So this is what I've been sipping on. It's pretty good. It's actually pretty good. Like this bourbon mash Crown, I was really surprised. It's very, it kind of has the Crown Royal bite to it, but sweet. It starts sweet and kind of has that Crown Royal bite at the end. So it's actually, I like it. It has a lot of profile to it. So if you guys didn't know, I'm also a whiskey guy. I've had a lot of whiskeys, so I have no idea how many I've tried. It's a lot. And anyways, guys, thank you guys for everything. And thank you for watching. Y'all have a great night.